Hi! It's much too late in May for me to be just starting to film my April favorites video, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm in control here and I can do whatever I'd like. I really love a favorites video, but I don't really love the consumerist nature of the favorites videos that I grew up watching and that I still see all the time. So these videos are my take on a favorites video without spending too many dollars or any dollars at all. This April favorites video is also going to serve as a mini life update as well, because I feel like so much happened in the month of April that is carrying over into the month of May, which is part of why I have not posted a video in a little bit. So let's go ahead and start with April favorites for food. I talked about this a bit in my March favorites, but I have started my sourdough journey. It has been so fun making a loaf of bread every week. I am someone who struggles with following directions a lot of the time, so making sourdough has been a really good practice in measuring, in taking things slow, in doing things the long way, because it is a long practice. Like, it's over the course of multiple days that I am baking, and it's really enjoyable. I have been enjoying my slow hobbies lately, and baking sourdough has been very fun. It's forcing me to get really creative, and it's also giving me the opportunity to share, because Sam and I are it's just the two of us, and we can't really eat a whole loaf of sourdough bread every week. I mean, we could, but we just don't. I get to share it with friends and family, because I also then have the discard, which is the sourdough starter that I'm not using, that I also need to bake with. So I'm baking a loaf of bread, an extra thing with the extra starter, and then usually something else on top of that. So I have been making a lot of muffins that have been so tasty, and also English muffins with the sourdough starter. Turns out English muffins are made on a pan, not in the oven. Who would have thought? I have been enjoying making English muffins, and those are really easy to freeze or to share, but it's been really fun to bake so often. It's become a part of my routine now, and I really look forward to it. That's it for food. Now let's move on to things that I've thrifted this month. I thrifted this item on like the second day of April, and I was so excited to get to share it in this video because I knew that you would like it. Have a lot of ring dishes, and I don't need them all, but a lot of them are more like plate style ring dishes, and I found this and I squealed. I squealed because this is a little, it looks like a little glass cauldron, and I can put my little rings in it. It's so precious. Gold at the edge, and it's got blackberries on it, which, if you know me, I love blackberries. I have them as tattoos on multiple parts of my body. At the bottom it says made in Vienna, Austria, and the stamp looks a little old. Like, it looks borderline vintage maybe. I love my little dish. My engagement ring is a pearl, and the pearl has fallen off so many times. I have done E6000 glue on this pearl, I think 5 or 6 times since I got it in August. I'm really careful about taking it off, and I've recently started taking it off when I sleep also, just in case. I don't want any extra issues with it. It goes in my little dish, and it's so cute. I love it. I finally have allowed myself to do some Depop shopping because I have been on a pretty strict budget the last year or so, and I'm finally making enough where I can afford to get myself a few things, which has been really exciting. So I have done some Depop shopping. I got this really cute white Peter Pan collar shirt, which I love. I'm really into the Peter Pan collar. I've started making clothing videos again of like what I've been wearing to work, and I've been posting them on Instagram, and some of them have made it to YouTube, not all of them, but it's been really fun to do outfit related videos again. I think I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable in my body and in my style, and so making clothes videos doesn't feel like I'm trying to prove anything. It just feels like fun. The last thing is I finally thrifted a car basket, the perfect basket for my car. So I have been looking for one, just a small basket that I could keep either in the front seat or behind the passenger seat, just to keep odds and ends for the car. I could put my yoga mat in so it's not just like flopping around in the back seat. And I found the perfect like oval shaped basket that fits behind the seat but also can go in the front seat. It's just the perfect basket. I think it was $8 at the thrift store. This was $1.50. I forgot to mention $1.50 for this guy. I think the shirt on Depop was probably like 20 bucks. We need to talk about books for a minute here because I did not read much at all in the month of April, and we're halfway through May and I have not finished a single book yet this month, and I know what's happening, but like I can't believe it's happening to me. I think I've burned myself out a bit on reading. So last year I read 127 books, and with no goal. I had no goal to read a certain number of books. I just wanted to just enjoy reading, and I did. I really enjoyed everything, most everything I read. I did have some things that were just filler kind of books. The genreification of books is a whole subject that I don't want to get into right now, but I think I have burned myself out on some of my favorite genres to the point that I cannot read them because I will predict them and be bored. Like, I am not excited. Let me just share with you what I read in April because it's not much. In April, I read Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I liked it. I gave it 4.5 stars. That was my favorite book I read this month. It is a romance, and the couple, they each have a limb different, and it's very cute and witty and funny and super, there's no problems. It's a very safe, comfortable, happy book. I then read One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which was a suggestion from someone who watches my videos. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I read it while I was camping and it was a good time. I read the newest Babysitters Club graphic novel. There's like one every 6 months, and I read them all. This was Mallory and the Trouble with Twins. It was fine. It was 3.75. The graphic novels got worse when Raina Telgemeier stopped illustrating them, in my opinion. I read the sequel to Out on a Limb, which is Out of the Woods. I gave it 4. Out on a Limb was better. Out of the Woods was fine. I read 2 graphic novels, more graphic novels by Brianna Lowinson. It's a local author to where I live, and I got to meet her at an author event that the bookstore was hosting. And during the event, I read 2 of her graphic novels. So I read Ephemera, which was a 4.5. I really liked it. And then Raised by Ghosts, I really liked. I gave that a 5. And that's all I read. I think that's 6 books. To some people, that might be a lot. To me, it's not very much. And there's 2 reasons why. Reason 1 is I started a lot of books and did not finish them. I was trying a lot of things and things just weren't working. And I was being really liberal with giving things up this month. And I think that's fine. Some things maybe I'll return to, but mostly I just gave up on titles, which is okay. You're allowed to do that. Next, I think, like I said before, genreification problem. Like, the mysteries were just like not surprising enough. The romances were not, like, I wasn't kicking my feet enough. Like, I wasn't connecting to the stories. I really like to be surprised. I like twists. I like things that like make me want to turn the page, like I'm looking forward to it. And I'm kind of struggling to find that right now. I also have been writing a lot, doing my own writing, and I notice the more when I am writing a lot and spending a lot of time writing, I don't want to be reading because I start comparing my work to what I'm reading, and that is a struggle. Also, I'm spending so much time reading my own work and in the revision process that when I'm done, I don't want to read anymore. I want to scroll, or I want to watch TV, or I want to play video games. So I think those are all factors to reading a little less this month. I have no problems with the amount I've read, and I don't feel like I need to justify it, but I do think it is a good opportunity to remind all of the big readers out there, like, if you don't read anything in a month, it's actually fine. A lot of readers don't even track what they read. I work in a bookstore, and a lot of people I work with like have no idea how much they've read this month, last month, ever, and it's fine. It's actually like so okay. For what I'm watching, I don't have any specific shows in April that I really watched. Sam and I did not watch any TV shows in the month of April. We watched exclusively Outdoor Boys on YouTube, and we watched the first 2 Hunger Games movies, and that's all we watched. That is all we watched. In terms of video games this month, I have not been playing anything new. We did finish It Takes Two, and we want to play Split Fiction, but we are just like too exhausted in the evening to start a new game. So I've been playing Stardew Valley in the evenings, but that's not new. I've been playing that for years. I've started a new farm when the new update happened earlier this year, last year, I think it was last year. So I've been playing on that, and it's a good time. It's relaxing. I added a new category this time because I didn't have much for what I was watching or what I was playing. So I added a music section because I do have a couple people that I've been listening to more this month than usual, and I thought that I would share. First is one of my favorite artists, Grace Anger. I saw her open for Maisie Peters not this past October, but the October before. I'm not someone who loves concerts, but I am someone who loves Maisie Peters. Sam and I went to go see her in concert in Oakland. It was really cool to see her. Her opener was Grace Anger, and I had never heard of her before, and I just like fell in love. Like, I just think she's so talented, and she came out with an EP earlier this year that I have been listening to on repeat. I think she's really talented, and if you are a fan of Maisie Peters, Lizzie McAlpine, Gracie Abrams, like Grace Anger should totally be on your radar. She's really talented. One of my favorites is Love Will Find Me, and A Year From Now are 2 of my favorites of hers. And then my other artist that I wanted to mention was Leanne Lawrence. I found her on Spotify. I think it was just like a recommended song. Like after my playlist was done, it just played one of her songs, and I was like, wait, I love her. And a lot of her songs have actually made it onto our wedding playlist because they're just so calm and vibey and lovey, and I just love them. One of my favorites is Kiss My Apocalypse. It's so good. I have it first playing in the car pretty much every time I'm driving somewhere. If you like any similar music to me, definitely check out either of them. They were both great. I only have one craft to show you, and I will just include a clip of it. I made a little quilted key ring for my keys. I had one that was really cute that my friend Alana made me that was beaded, but the beads were starting to fall off. It was, I think it's like 4 or 5 years old. I made myself a quilted one out of a little thrifted quilt. I watched like a DIY YouTube video for it. I'll include the video if you want to make one too. It was so easy. It took probably 15 minutes to make. I do have a sewing machine, so that helped, but it was really cute and easy, and Sam liked it so much that I made one for him. So that's my only craft this month. It was a very busy month, so not a lot of crafting. Now it's time for the big category of how I spent my time. On April 1st, the day that I filmed my March in review video, I got 2 very important correspondences. I got a job. I got a call that I was being offered a job at the public library as a library associate, and I accepted. So I've been working as a library associate. I'm working local to me, which is the dream. I thought I was gonna have to take something really far away, but I did get a job very close to me and doing something I really like. For those who don't know, I have my degree, my master's in library science, and I have been wanting to work at a library for a very long time, and it is only part-time. It's 20 hours a week, but I also have been working part-time at a local bookstore, so I'm staying at the bookstore as well. I have been very busy. I've been doing onboarding for the library, shifts at the library, shifts at the bookstore. It's been a really, like April was so very busy. I'm really loving this job, and I can't believe how good of a fit it is for me. It feels so supportive. If you don't have a library card yet, take this as an opportunity to get your library card. The libraries have so much to offer, and I'm so excited to be a part of the team that gets to offer those things and help people. It feels so good. I did get another message on April 1st. It almost felt like a joke, like an April Fool's joke, how much good news I got that day. I got a message. I can't even like speak. I've been posting my writing on Substack for over a year now, and earlier this year, back in January, I posted the prologue for my YA fantasy book, just to kind of gauge people's interest and see what people thought. I've been working on writing this book for a very long time. I was planning on commissioning an artist to do some character sketches for me. I have always had the intention of publishing, and I was less interested in self-publishing. I wanted to go the more traditional route because I really feel like I could, and the universe agreed, because on April 1st I got a message through my Substack from a traditional publishing house that they're interested in reading my full manuscript. And that is not a guarantee that they will publish anything. That's not a guarantee that they will be interested once they read the entire document. But I was close to finishing on April 1st. The editor who reached out to me was like, send it to me when you're ready. And I was like, okay, I have to be ready really soon because I want them to read it. I spent pretty much the entire month writing and reading and revising, and I finished my entire manuscript last week, so technically in May, and I'm working on a final round of edits with my fiance Sam. He's helping me before I send it into the editor this week. Like I said, I don't know what this means. This is very new to me. And before anyone comments, like, I have thoroughly vetted this person and made sure that they're real, because I was a little nervous that I was getting scammed or catfished in some way, but they are legit. I've confirmed. I have not told anyone on the internet yet. I've told my family and my best friends and the people at the bookstore. It might be more real than I thought, and it might be in people's hands sooner than I thought, which would be amazing. So like I said, this month I've been very busy. I've been onboarding a new job, continuing with my current job. I also got added on at the bookstore to do their social media. So I'm doing social media for the bookstore and also trying to finish my book. I am just very excited. I'm very, very, very excited. And of course, I will keep you posted as I can, as things happen. But be patient. And I have to try to be patient too. That is a big thing I've been doing for spending my time. In between new job and writing and old job, I've been taking a lot of yoga classes. I have started to try some new things in yoga and do the hot classes and the more kind of advanced classes. And I feel like I've been doing pretty well. I've been keeping up, and I like going. It makes me feel really good. I've had a really awful relationship with exercise my whole life, and yoga has flipped that on its head as like a real metaphor for flexibility. So yeah, it's been very fun. Other forms of movement that I've been loving is working in the garden, which is also another one of those slow creative hobbies I've been enjoying. The garden has actually exploded in so many ways. I have so many strawberries. I have so many passion fruit. The nectarines we're gonna have so many nectarines this year if I can keep the tree alive. And I've planted lots of other veggies. I'd love to do a garden tour later this summer as things start to grow, but it's been really, really, really fun to work in the garden. So my last section for my favorites is what I'm looking forward to for the next month. Obviously, May is half over, and I know some things in May that I've already really enjoyed and had a lot of fun with, but I'm gonna hold it in for the next one. I anticipate my schedule mellowing out and I can pick up my video related hobby again. In the meantime, I love making my short form videos. They've been really fun, and hopefully more information about my book soon. For the rest of this month, I'm looking forward to doing some redecorating. Sam and I just got a new bed, and so we've had to move some furniture around in our house, and we need to get some new furniture as well. That is exciting. I'm looking forward to being able to spend more time in the garden. I'm looking forward to finishing my book so that I can read some things again, just not be thinking about my characters all the time, like all the time. It's actually a little exhausting, like how much I'm thinking about my own magic world I created in my own head. That's been April. April was a great month. I just felt like it started off so incredible. Learning like I got a call that I got a new job, and I got a message with interest for my book, and I baked my first loaf of sourdough, and I got to meet Kate DiCamillo, the author of Because of Winn-Dixie, all in one day. It was pretty incredible. I'm really looking forward to May, the rest of May. I'm looking forward to the rest of summer, and I'm looking forward to making more videos when I have the energy and the creative willpower to make them. So if you're here, thank you. I will see you in the next one. Oh, hold on. Actually, this is for the real ones. If you have been watching for a long time, you know that my little inside joke is that I'm always propping up my camera on the strangest of objects because I don't have a tripod. Well, let me show ya. Your girl got a tripod, the tiniest little tripod that there ever was. This is the brand. I got it on Depop for $4, and it has an attachment for your phone. But I can just put my camera on it, and now I have a tripod. Okay, that is all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.